Hi, Jess. Can we hear you?
Hi.
We can hear you. Yay!
Hi, everybody.
Look, it worked. I did it.
Yay.
All right. So, Jess Graff is a good friend of mine. Do you not have Gizmo with you?
I do. He's sleeping on my lap, but I'll hold him up so you can.
Yeah, hold him up. So the most important thing is to introduce Gizmo, who is Jess's studio dog. Very important part of her process. So, Jess, you're an educator. What are you doing right now that in your education?
So right now I'm teaching kindergarten through 8th grade art at a school up in Vancouver, Washington. And then I'm also teaching a lot of virtual programs through libraries and other community organizations while also doing my own work. So busy all the time.
Nice. And that's really cool, and it's a difficult time to be doing that kind of teaching.
Yeah.
So you have to make certain adaptations to do these things, especially with with the coronavirus situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your art. You do some illustrations through cut paper.
Yes, I do cut paper illustrations. I've got some that I can show you if now is a good time.
Yeah, I'd love to see them. Let's look at them.
Yeah, if we'll switch over to my doc cam.
Awesome.
Can you, let's see, there we go.
You should have host benefit.
All right, can everybody see?
Hey, there we go.
I've got an image up on the screen here. So cut paper illustration is an art form that I really love. So basically I'm drawing, but instead of using traditional materials, I'm using a blade. So as I'm doing that, I'm always doing everything in reverse. So I'll sketch out an idea, I'll sketch out my designs. That's especially tricky with words because I have to go backwards while I'm writing it. And I'll cut all those pieces out. So if I sketch something like this, little mouse, I would have to cut around with each of those things until that shape pops out.
Can I ask you why you have to do it in reverse?
What's that?
Can I ask you why you do it in reverse?
Yeah, I do it in reverse because sketching that design out in pencil is really important. But if I left the pencil, some of those lines, some of the sheen of the pencil would show up in the finished project. That way, we end up with something that's really crisp and clean on the side that's finished. And also the way the blade goes in the paper, you can really see it if you're going into the side, if you're carving into the front. The way that the shine happens on those edges is really different if you do it on the reverse side. So just little things make a big difference in how things turn out in the end.
So can you tell us a little bit about the piece we're looking at?
Absolutely. So this was a piece that was inspired by a lot of the social justice conversations that are happening right now. And one of the things that has been really important to me is listening to people's lived experiences. And we can't really learn about what someone is experiencing if we're not really willing to openly listen to that. And so that's what that piece was about, and sort of that friendship, that camaraderie, and that willingness to really try to see a different perspective as well.
That's beautiful. That's one of my favorite pieces. I remember when you put that up. This was a few months back when the protests were really like in their full swing. Yeah. And it was such a relevant piece. I really love it.
Yeah.
So you also do custom commission pieces too.
I do,
right?
Yeah. Yep, I do. And I'm going to do essentially a special. So if you're watching this video, I'm doing a special where if you'd like to custom order a 6" by 6" piece, so that's the size that this is too, you can choose something like a plant or an animal or another topic. And those 6 by 6 pieces are going for $36 each, which is way lower than I would normally do. So that's just a special for this program.
That's very cool. Thank you for doing a special for us. We really appreciate that. And how long does a piece like this, so the 6 by 6 that you're talking about, how long would one of those take you to create?
Yeah, it depends on the specific piece and the complexity of it. But there's the sketching part of the process, there's the cutting part of the process. So it's at least an hour. If there's faces or more complicated shapes, it's more than that. So
Right.
it's a big deal for sure.
It is a big deal. And in addition to that, as your friend, I have heard about the day after you've done several cut pieces, how you have sore hands because it takes a lot of muscle energy in your hands
really
to
does.
hold precise little cuts.
It
It's
really,
not
really
just
does.
like, it's not just something like running it through, like if you could use a plotter or something like that that would cut it out for you. This is by hand.
Because I'm doing every single little line with the X-Acto blade.
And another fun question for someone who's worked with an X-Acto blade: how many times do you have to change blades in one?
Frequently, I change about once every small piece. I need a fresh blade, and if I'm doing a larger piece, I might change blades 4 to 6 times depending on the piece. And if I were to go even bigger, so most of the time I'm working within about a maximum size of about 24 inches, but if I went even bigger than that, I'd have to change that blade even more often.
Makes sense. Absolutely. So, okay, all of your cut paper prints are available on Etsy, right? Or well, not all of them, but you have some on there. Do you want to?
I have some, I have some on Etsy, and I also have some designs, some patterns that I've made paper cuts of that I'm shifting over to things like pins and other products as well.
Okay. And you've got stickers too, right? Yeah. I've seen.
Yeah, and I can show all of those too. We can walk over.
Yeah, let's go look at what you've got laid out for us. That'd be fantastic.
Okay, great. So we're gonna take a little walk through the studio. We're gonna hop back to my dock cam here. And we're gonna take a little walk. So you should be seeing me from a different angle than you were just seeing me. And I'll just rotate us around in the studio so you can kind of see what's going on here. So there's out on my chair. And for those of you that haven't met me, I collect things like bones and other natural history objects as well. So if you saw those, that's what that's about. So these are some of the products that I've got available right now. Some of these are on the website, and some of them are not. So you can kind of take a look at those, and I'll see if I can set this down in a way that's going to be a little bit more stable.
Oh, wow. I love the way you've laid this all out.
Oh, thank you.
So good.
Thank you. Yeah, so all of the pieces that I've got mini prints of, things like this, are all pieces that originally were cut paper illustrations, and those are mini prints. I also make things like stickers and lamb stickers, and other paper stickers as well. So lots of different kinds of projects and products, as well as the pins and things like that. So,
oh, look at those pins. Those are cool.
yeah, and some of those products are available on my shop on Etsy, and some of those products are things that you can especially request. Say that you've seen them on here, or you can inquire about custom designs as well.
Okay. Beautiful. And then you've got some, it looks like you've got some sculptural pieces too. Could you hold some of those up so we can see more detail?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got some pieces like these sculptural abstracted figures, and these are all wall hanging as well. So they have a small hole in the back there that they just slide right onto a nail. So they're really, really easy to hang. They're all balanced already, so they'll hang in the correct orientation if you have a nail in that spot. And I've got the full figures are $35, and the small pieces like the lips and the butts, which are really popular. They make a lot.
Oh yeah, show us a butt. Oh, those are so cute.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have a pair of boobs that are from the same collection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're so fun.
Yeah. So same thing. They all have a little hole in the back, so they can hang really
on a nail.
Well. And then you get sort of a pick me up or a little giggle.
Yeah, a little giggle.
It's kind of nice. It's nice to give yourself a little
right.
treat right now too.
I had a pair of the boobs hanging up in my bathroom, and people would come back from the bathroom and be like, Did I see a little tiny pair of breasts in there? Yes, you did. So the cut paper prints are available on your link, which I just posted in the chat, everybody. But the sculptures, those are only available by request. So if you would like to buy a sculpture from Jess, go ahead and put that request into the chat, which you should all have available to you. So you can just say something you like. If you like one of the women with the figures. We can't see all of the things right now. Maybe we could back up.
Yeah, so let's see. So I've got the planter pots, also available by request. The ornaments and earrings are also available by request. Those are also more earrings. The stickers you can find on the Etsy, but all of the figures, again, the full figures are $35, and the little tiny ones, the little tiny porcelain ones are $25 each. And then things like the prints, you can either request in the chat, or you can find some of them on my Etsy as well.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I think that's the end of what we had to chat about. So we will go ahead and head back over. Let's see, I'm going to reclaim my host position. And that was Jess Graff. And everybody, please go ahead and check out that link that is in the chat. Okay. And I'm gonna, okay, say bye, Jess.
Bye. Checking out my studio.